Guys, MTG Noob here, bringing you another draft. We have a interesting decision here. Increasing Ambition is our rare, not too great. Curse of Thirst, uh, I guess it's an archetype, but I don't really like it. The three uncommons are really good. Soul Caesar's pretty nutty. Powerpath Alpha's also pretty amazing. And Drogsoul Captain is really good. Whatever I pass with the blue pick, this kind of commits us to a color. I think I'm just going to take the Soul Caesar and see how that goes. I mean, hopefully you don't get past like another captain. Okay, man, this is a pretty good pack. As much as I want to take this captain, I'm going to try to stay in blue this time. I mean, we can easily get away from our first pick, even though I think it's good, but we have another blue card that's pretty awesome. Other good picks are this one. This one's nice. Looting's okay. Foil Collar, the rare sudden disappearance, still here, so they took a flip card. I'm going to take the Nibelus. And hopefully we could just keep forcing blue. Okay, and blue continues to flow our direction. Also a really good black card in Wake Dancer. Cathar is nice. I'm just going to take this Tower Geist. It's a spirit, and it, is a draw a card. It's pretty good. Maybe if we get lucky, we'll a Thought Scour, but not too sure. Look at all these nice little flyers we have here. Okay, the best cards in the pack are probably Burden of Guilt and Rack with Madness. I don't really know how good blue-red is. I think Burden is slightly better than Rack, maybe a little bit or a lot better. Divination's also a safe pick, but I think we have to try to jump into a second color. Rack will give us more removal. We passed a captain, but we didn't pass anything really nutty in white. The person to our left is probably going to be in blue-white because of the captain. I think taking the burden is still better than the rack, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, let's just take the burden, see where we go from here. Okay, oh geez. Black is clearly open. We have Zombie Apocalypse, Wake Dancer, and another Tower Geist. Zombie Apocalypse isn't going to be too good against us, so that's fine. We have a Screeching Scob, which is also good. I think I'm going to stick with the flying plan and keep passing the really good black cards. Okay, nothing amazing here. A pretty solid white pick. Counterlash I find is too slow and situational. We're not going to be using this. Ray of Revelation is good. If I took the rack, I would have taken the fling here. I think I'm just going to take a Midnight Guard. Fill out our lower part of our curve. Okay. Oh man, Blood Feud's nuts. I think the Scob is good, but I think this is a sign that red might be open. I think I could forgo having a Scob and possibly going into red. Maybe I should have taken that rack and that fling. Blood Feud's like pretty balmy red card. You see some other red cards. I'm going to take that as a sign and just snatch up the Blood Feud. Okay, here's a good pack for us. We'll take a 1/1 flyer. Also a 2-drop. Artful Dodge is okay, but most of our guys fly. This isn't ever going to get an additional buff unless we get a lot of humans. It's also a 3-drop. Fangraph's okay, but I don't really love any of these things. I'm going to hate the Grave Purge here. Okay, we get a little lucky. We can take a white card. a red card, but we'll just take another Shriekgeist. These guys are pretty sweet. We might be playing white, so Skillful Lunge is okay. I still don't like Matic. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it'll get better, but I'll pass on it. Intimidate, most of our guys have flying. Play Curse of Exhaustion. I don't think I'm going to like that, but we'll try it anyway. Okay, so let's sort by color. We have a lot of blue cards, some white cards, and a red card. Our curve is okay. We don't have a lot of removal. Hopefully we get some good white tricks or blue tricks in the next packs. I don't think we're going to get anything back in the next 3 picks, but maybe we'll get lucky and something good will happen. Okay, just as we say that, we do get pretty lucky. Screeching Scob is really awesome. I mean, Saving Grasp is good, but I'm going to try to have some lower curve guys this time around. We don't really have any bombs yet. I mean, I guess you can consider Soul Caesar a good guy. We'll take the dodge, just so it looks like blue isn't open. And we'll take a mountain. Alright, so I think that pack went pretty good. We're pretty committed to blue. We're not getting away from blue. Our white is okay. If we open like something really bomby, we might get away from the white. Okay, I still have a little bit of a sore throat, so I'm not going to be talking too much. Alright, so now we have a decision here. Oh geez, I hit blue by mistake. We can take a giant green guy I don't really like. Test subject's pretty good. Spectral Flight is okay. Chapelgeist is very good in our deck. Moon Heron's very good. Fits our curve. Silent Departure is obviously really good. I don't know if it's first pickable, so let me know. And Chapelgeist fits us nicely, but we're going to have to commit to white then. And I don't think we're really 100% committed to white. We don't have a lot of removal. We don't have a lot of creatures. I think the test subject is better than people give him credit for. It's really close between Silent Departure and the test subject. I'll just take the Departure. And hopefully that pick doesn't come back to bite us. Okay, we don't have anything too amazing in this pack. We have a travel prep, but we're not really in green yet, and I'd like to not be in green blue splash white. We could always splash green. This pack is kind of sucky for us. I can take like a Doom Traveler, but that kind of commits us to white. I might, you know what, I don't think I like anything enough in this pack to take it. I mean, I do like this guy, but I don't know if we really want to jump into green just quite yet. But that being said, I think Travel Prep is a decent card to take even if we don't get there. Okay, I have a few different picks here. We can take a Voiceless Spirit, a Rebuke, but we're just going to take a Stitch Drake. I think Stitch Drake is pretty good. If we wanted to stay red, we could take Harvest Fire, but Stitch Drake is usually a hard card to deal with. It seems like there's some stuff open. Okay, this is a pick. Let me cost sort. So we're very blue at the moment. Can hide black. And we can probably hide land, leaving our other picks open. Okay, so do we want a Moon Heron? Do we want a Shimmering Grotto, which I don't think is the pick? Or do we want a Makeshift Mauler? We don't have too many things that flip creatures into our yard. I think the Mauler's not going to be hard for us to really deal with since all our guys fly. He might be better than the Moon Heron, but he also might be harder to cast. So I'm just going to take the Moon Heron here, hoping to wheel the other guy, but I don't think so. Okay. We don't have enough humans to make this good. There's really nothing for us. I mean, this guy's open. I know you're probably going to say, okay, commit to a color, commit to a color. Just take a Doom Traveler. He's a decent guy. Cathar's okay. Monstrosity doesn't really do anything for us, but it might be a little bit hard for us to deal with. But if I take it, we're definitely committing to green. So I think I'm going to pass another Monstrosity and just take the Doom Traveler. Okay, Alchemy's pretty nice. Unruly Mob's okay. Grotto might be good for splashing the travel preparations. Alchemy's always okay and puts creatures in our yard. Plus, if we open something black, we could splash it. I think we're kind of committing more to the blue-white theme, even though it doesn't seem amazing. I think I'm going to just take an Unruly Mob. Okay, nothing really doing for us. Our person to our left is clearly in blue, probably because we passed the captain earlier, the blue-white one. He also is probably in white, so he's probably in our colors. I mean, we're kind of picking up on that a little bit late. That being said, I guess we'll take a Woodland Sleuth and keep green as a possibility, even though we don't want to. Okay, just gonna take a Stitcher's Apprentice. Or is a Unruly Mob better? We don't want to get too many 2-drops. Let's see. Do we want a mob? We could take a mask. Yeah, I think we'll just take another mob. I don't think we need anything morbid. Okay, Spectral Flight might be okay for our mob. We can always also consider a Boneyard Worm, although we're not going to get there with that pick. So we'll take a Spectral Flight. Spectral Flight on our guys is pretty good, I think. Essentially, Decoration is okay. Might not play it, we might play it. Probably not playing this. Probably don't care about this. Take a Memory's Journey. Okay. I guess take a Night Terrors. Now let's take the Fear of the Bitten. And that's a really late Desperate Ravings. We'll take that. Color sort. I mean, our blue is pretty good. We're hoping we get to open up some good stuff in our last pack. Okay, Gallows Warden. Delver is okay. Another travel prep. I think the Gallows Warden is probably the pick since we have a ton of spirits in white. So we're just going to commit to blue-white, and hopefully, even though we're probably sharing with our person to our left, we're going to hopefully be getting all of the really good stuff right now. Okay. Oh geez, I hit creature. What am I doing? Okay, this pack, nothing really amazing for us. We don't have any tokens. I think the white is not worth getting rid of. Deranged Assistant's okay. Could possibly take the torch over it. We have 16 creatures. Okay, we don't really have much of a theme. I think it's between the torch and the assistant. I mean, if we somehow want to go red for, Desperate Ravings, Blood Feud, we'd be giving up some decent guys, especially we just took a Gallows Warden. So I'm not going to jump into red. I think I'm just going to take the Blazing Torch. It's removal and we could use it. Hopefully we start getting some decent stuff. This is a pretty weak deck, I would think, at the moment. Alright, another Gallows Warden is good for us. Occultist is also decent. Smite is good. Maybe we'll wheel something, even if it's a Cloistered Youth. We'll take that. I'm kind of glad we didn't get away from our picks. Okay, this card's really good against us. Silent Departure is good removal. Delver's okay. Remember, anything we pass, the guy next to us is going to get. We hide black, hide land, hide red, hide green, and hide land. Okay, so our deck is almost where it needs to be. We can take a Bell Ringer. We could take a Delver, another Silent Departure. I think we're going to take the Rig. We don't have... We could also take a Voiceless Spirit. That might be the pick. Let's take another Voiceless Spirit. No, let's take the Rig. Screw it. I mean, you can tell me that wasn't a good pick, but we'll see. Okay, Chapelgeist really fits our deck pretty well. There's a lot of good cards here. I hate playing against this card. It's really annoying when you kill all their creatures and they just bring them back. However, we don't really have a lot of kill. Plus, we might wheel a Silver Chase Fox, so we're going to take a Chapelgeist here. Okay, we're at 26. Just a ton of stuff we're not going to be playing. Okay, this is kind of like a really late gift, but I'm not super sold on this guy, especially when there's another Chapelgeist in the pack. If we get lucky, we'll wheel this, but like I said, I think the guy next to us is in our colors, so we're probably not wheeling that, but that might mean we might wheel a Moon Heron. I know we don't have 6-drops and he's a bomb, but he just... I mean, hopefully we'll kill them before they even resolve that. And take another Chapelgeist. We're getting, I guess, rewarded for staying on color. We're up to 18 creatures. I'm going to take another Blazing Torch. We're like so cold to removal. Okay, that's kind of a gift. We'll take that. Super late gifts. We're probably not playing any of these things. We'll take a Cathar just in case we need to. We could take another Cathar. We could take a Deranged Assistant. Deranged Assistant's really good against things like putting creatures in the graveyard. I wasn't going to take him there, but my fingers accidentally slipped. I think getting blown out by that card is possible, but not likely. That's a really late Think Twice. We'll take that. Hopefully we end up with another blue card. Not that one. And we're almost at an average deck, I would say. Maybe a B if we're lucky. Probably more like a C. We'll see how it turns out. We don't have a lot of removal. We have very few combat tricks. We just kind of have to get there off of flyers, and our spirits are a little bit buffed, so we'll see if if we would have taken the captain, it might have been a lot better than the Soul Caesar, but hopefully we Soul Seize a bomb away and just steal it. I mean, he's kind of hard to play and not steal something. Plus he's a spirit, so he'll get buffed from our Warrens and Wardens, and Battleground Geist late was pretty nice. Alright, so we'll put in our torches. That could have been a Voiceless Spirit. Put in our Soul Caesar. Okay, all these things. Spectral Fight, probably not. Think twice maybe, but probably not. Okay, Spectral Flight, just in case. Okay, now we'll put in Burden, Doom Traveler, maybe some Unruly Mobs, Skillful Lunge, Midnight Guard, Geist, Warden. Okay, so we're at 27 cards. We're not obviously going to keep all of these cards. We have everything we kind of want to play. Let's pull down our creatures. I think first and foremost, cutting Spectral Flight with all these flyers is pretty clear. So let's cut that. We're up to 20 creatures, so we can probably cut some of the crappier creatures. Deranged Assistant does help us with our mana, but he's not amazing. Let's put him over here. Doom Traveler also not amazing in a deck like this. Okay, Stitch Drake is good. Deranged Assistant's good with Stitch Drake, obviously. Midnight Guard's okay. Chapelgeist is great. Chapelgeist. Towergeist. Too bad we don't have Geist of St. Traft. Moon Heron. All these other guys we want. Okay, so this is where we're at creature-wise. And we need to cut 3 cards. I like all of these. I don't think we need the Think Twice, so let's cut that first. Now we need to cut 2 more cards. It's like, how good are Unruly Mobs? I think we have a lot of creatures that need dying, need to die. I like this, definitely like these. I didn't see anything else that helps us mill. We are at 20 creatures, so we're going to cut 2 creatures. I think Deranged Assistant is okay at speeding us out and putting food in the graveyard for the Stitch Drake, but I don't think he's good enough. And I think Doom Traveler's okay. It makes a spirit, but I don't think we're the deck that wants to play a Doom Traveler. Okay, we could also play a Sensory Deprivation if we really want to. Okay, so let's just double check we don't have anything in the yard or in the grave sideboard. We don't want this. Might want this, probably not. Artful Dodge, no thanks. We have Flying. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. 18 creatures, a few removal spells in Torch, Silent Departure, Burden of Guilt, and Skillful Lunge. Like I said, I don't think this deck is amazing, but we'll try it. It's probably going to suggest like 10-7. 9-8, I'm a fan of that. I think we definitely have more blue stuff. We could probably get away with 9-8 in the white department. I mean, having Chapelgeist and not being able to cast it on turn 3 is kind of annoying, and all of our blue stuff is, single blue, so I mean, it may be a little unconventional, but that's how I'm going to do that. Alright, obviously, always comment. Let me know how you think this draft turned out. Let me know if you think I should have chosen different cards differently, and hopefully the games turn out awesome. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll bring you round 1 shortly, and please subscribe.